All right, my friends, I'm totally excited. Thanksgiving football. That's right. We have 3 interesting DFS games, and likely everyone's going to be playing the 3-game slate because why not? It's totally fun. On top of that, you're all going to play Showdown slates because we're all degenerates together. So if you want our projections, player pools, we're going to have player pools for everything, videos. We're going to have Discord bumping, ratings. The NFL Study Hub will be up and running for this slate as well. Use promo code 10OFF, and you can get all of this for every single sport, all of these top stacks, everything, at just $19.99 for your first month. Hit that subscribe button here on YouTube. If you're just looking for some free stuff, hit that like button to support it, and we'll have all these things for you. I can't wait. Let's talk about the Thursday slate. I'm looking at the early salaries, a brief early look overview, build some lineups with you, try to keep this short, sweet, hard-hitting, full of info, and this is the first time I'm looking at all of it together, and I think this has always been the most useful way to do this. So the first game here, Houston at Detroit. This one is a nice 51.5 point total at the open. It has already dipped to 51. Maybe that has something to do with Matt Stafford's thumb. I'm not sure, but I think this one could be one of those sloppy affairs. Houston looks like they can't stop anybody. It also looks like they cannot be stopped. Deshaun Watson has just looked so good since Bill O'Brien left. Throwing for over 3 bills, I think, in 4 of 6 games. Multiple touchdowns in 5 of 6. And he's running the football really well as of late, too. Listen, if Kenny G comes back for this game, which it looked like he was going to in Week 11, I think this could be an interesting one. I think the next one also is going to be interesting. While a lot of people are focused on the Thursday night football primetime game because of the big teams, the big names, the good teams, the good winners. You got these games here, though. Very interesting spots. And what I like the most about these games here is we have like targeted focus on certain players, right? Like you know what to expect. Pittsburgh, any number of their wide receivers could go off. Baltimore, Mark Andrews, incredibly volatile. Marquise Brown completely has disappeared. The running backs, they all take away from each other. James Conner, we never know who's going to show up, good or bad Conner. This is a rough one for me, and it's also a low implied team total. It's a divisional game. This is also a divisional game, but this is a divisional game between 2 of the best teams in football. So I think for DFS purposes, we should be focusing on this one right here where we can focus on Watson. And I think this one right here could have some interesting spots. A 2.5 point favorite, Dallas. And I told you guys this week, Andy Dalton, interesting play at 5.3K on DraftKings. And he paid off, man. I think he scored 19.5 points on DraftKings. Not bad at 5.3. Taysom at 4.8K still was the better value. Also, we were all over Zeke. I think Zeke was one of my tier 1 running backs this week in my tiered rankings. He was popping in our models. He looked phenomenal this week, too. Ran hard, scored 22 points, I believe, on DraftKings at 6.5K. Phenomenal price tag. Where's Zeke? Right here. Zeke, tier 1 running back with Kareem Hunt. Yeah, buddy. Kareem Hunt hurdling a guy for a touchdown this past week. All right, so let's do it. Let's dive in. Let's look at some lineups. There it is. The Thursday slate is up. It's ready to rock and roll. And oh my gosh, you gotta like DraftKings. They put up a milli maker. Oh, they got multiple milli makers. This is crazy. So let's do it. I freaking love Thursday. Thanksgiving football is just so fun. It's so fun. I'm so thankful for it. All right, so Deshaun Watson, you're paying an arm and a leg. First time I've seen this, but we are going to have value everywhere. Let's be honest. This will be fairly simple to put together. I think if you're thinking Dallas is going to be scoring at will again, I think they can too against Washington. I think they score some touchdowns here. 31 points they scored yesterday, and 3 touchdowns. Man, he scored more than I thought. I thought he was at 19 points. He scored 20. My man Dalton. So I think that's an interesting one. But truly, let's start with the first inclination here I had was to go with Deshaun Watson. And I'm going to look at quickly the game flow tab on the study hub because I want to take a peek at Detroit's defense. I think they're worse against the rush. And let me double check here. Detroit, 141 yards per game on the ground they're giving up. Dallas giving up a ton of yards on the ground as well. Antonio Gibson, anybody? Okay, that's interesting. Let's see here. Detroit, 258 through the air they're giving up. Houston giving them 167. Wow, Houston and Detroit both getting shredded on the ground. 300-plus yards per game total on the ground. Man, these are some bad defenses here. Washington only giving up a $194 through the air. All right. Well, that takes me off Dalton slightly. Okay. Let's keep going. So let's go Watson. Let's slide over here, and let's see if we... Oh, man, he's too cheap. 6.4K, Will Fuller. Is Brandon Cooks ever going to get respected here? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Literally, since Bill O'Brien, 33, 21, 13, 10, 12 and a half. Listen, that floor is phenomenal at 5.3, and the ceiling is up there. I will take it. Absolutely. So, Brandon Cooks, let's start there. Kenny Galladay, did they already deem him out? Return to practice limited. Short rest for Thanksgiving. I bet they're getting him ready for Thanksgiving. Come on. Kenny G, 6K. Listen, we still got Marvin Jones here at 5.5. That's nice. I don't mind that. TJ Hawkinson, I think, led the team in targets. Yeah, he did again. Let's plug him in there. There we go. We're building out a nice little stack here. Can we go 5-player stack? I think we should be able to. Let's plug that in. And then let's go with one of these teams here who are on the, divisional game. So Steelers, Ravens, Cowboys defense. Ooh, that's rough, but I like that salary saving. Alex Smith is not like a world beater or anything. All right, 5.9K. This thing is actually fairly simple to build. DeAndre Swift, you got to think concussion. I think he got the concussion during practice. Did he? I mean, it randomly entered the concussion protocol on Thursday. If he comes back this week at 6.5, I don't mind that at all. That's a massive game stack, though. If he's still out, I don't think you can go there. Who got the carries for Detroit this past week? Carry-on, Adrian Peterson, they both sucked. They were both awful. These running backs are brutal. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, I want Antonio Gibson against Washington. Excuse me, against the Cowboys. Can I afford them? Can I go up to the Steelers? I think I can, because at running back here, I can probably plug in. Oh, golly, it sucks plugging in Duke. He is awful. Running backs are awful. There we go. I'm probably punting. The more I look at this, I'm probably just going to punt. I'm going to punt at the flex. I was trying to put something together that made sense, but why? I'm going to punt down here at the flex. Come on, these are great punts. Michael Gallup, 3.5K. Logan Thomas, no. Des Bryant had 5 targets, probably not. Kiki Cootie caught a touchdown, first one of the year. Cam Sims, no. I'll hope for the touchdown bomb. There it is. I like that. There it is. That's the lineup for me. Nice little placeholder on Draftkings. Deshaun Watson starting off as our quarterback. And listen, I think there will be easier ways to build lineups if you're not using Deshaun Watson. Let's look at it real quick. Let's just clear that one up. And let's go down and say that we're going to invest into Andy Dalton, which I really kind of want to. So let's do that because of those wide receivers just being so cheap. Amari Cooper, 7 targets. How many had CeeDee Lamb? CeeDee Lamb's touchdown yesterday was freaking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's not go Dalton. Actually, I was just thinking about it. Oh, man, I want to go Pittsburgh. I want to capitalize on these upside wide receivers and see if we can make it work. So let's go Deontay, Claypool. Let's run it back with Mark Andrews. He's cheap enough, 5.2. All right, there we go. So now I can capitalize on these running backs that I want. So DeAndre, we can say he's playing, right? Let's say he makes concussion protocol. Bang. I think that's the way to go. I've got myself Zeke, Swift, and Gibson. Really the only 3 running backs I like on this slate. I guess you could say McKissick, but if you do so, you're already inherently saying you think it's going to be a shootout, or the the Washington football team is behind, and if they're behind, McKissick is getting peppered with targets. So, well, who scored for Dallas? And invest into that. So whatever game theory you foresee happening, try to figure out what that would be and then make a lineup with it. Go Texans defense. They suck. Wide receiver here, last spot. Again, probably Gallup for me. Randall Cobb is potentially out this week. Huh. That means Kiki Cootie is going to get some extra snaps. Interesting. Okay, Cootie played 57% of snaps. Okay, my friends. All right, we went Gallup in the other lineup. We'll go Kiki there. Listen, this is the first time I'm looking at these prices. I enjoy it. I think there's going to be some fun lineups to build. Let's take a peek at FanDuel. Gallup and Kiki are probably going to be the pay down options this week. Cheap, affordable. Everyone's affordable. Oh my goodness. FanDuel just making it fun over here. Brandon Cook, 6'5". What's Gallup? Or Fuller, 7'4". Marvin Jones, 6K. Gallup is 5'5", all right. I'll take a shot on someone like James Washington. Des Bryant at 4.8K. Got to think he'll get some more targets. Is Kiki? He's got to be min price. This thing's ice. This thing's nice already. Super easy to build a lineup. I don't need to go this low. It's too easy. Watch how much money I'm about to have left over. I'm hoping for just sacks. I just want some sacks. Dalton Schultz. Probably my play here. $3,500 left over. I mean, now I can just go ham. So let's go up. Let's grab Will Fuller. Still has 16. Got to find ways to use it. That's how this slate looks. FanDuel made it so easy. I mean, I literally have a 4-player game stack from Detroit and Houston. I have the top 2 running backs. And Kiki Kuti really made this happen. The best defense. Who I'm just hoping for sacks. A couple sacks. I mean, 4 sacks. Forced 4 turnovers against Baltimore last time. They're just too good on defense, man. This lineup took me, 60 seconds on FanDuel? We're going to have fun this week. We're going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait. Listen, we're going to do a lot of content for this. I want to try to make as the Thursday 3-game slate as normal as like a main slate is for our members. So last week we had 21 articles and videos. We had... Let me show you all the player pools and stuff. We had a single entry player pool in picks with notes, cash games, CG's MME exposures, his player pool, my tiered rankings, and my lineup building private video, the NFL building blocks. I'll show you what that looks like. Market share stacks, show you the DK stacks, a slate breakdown, which was 8,000 words long, and you're looking at the incredible NFL Study Hub that you guys can fool around on. You can use all sorts of filters. You can look at individual teams and games and players, and there's all sorts of stats you can look at and research. Here's the building blocks where we fill in, like here's my Draftkings building blocks. You plug in these 6 players, Herbert, Keenan Allen, plug in these guys and go from there, stuff like that. Here's the market share where it takes the top percentage stacks for players and what combination of their projections and how much of a percentage it takes from that team. So if you're looking at a 3-player stack, Cousins, Cook, and Jefferson, their 58-point trio projection accumulated for 62.9% of the entire team's projection. All right, here's Draftkings top stacks. So the main slate top stack yesterday on Draftkings. Let's see, Cousins, Jefferson, Thielen, Cooper, and Lamb. That one paid off. That was not bad. Next best was Crowder and Mims. I guess Perriman scored a touchdown, right? These are 5-player game stacks. Ooh, look at this one. Not bad. Watson, Fuller, Cooks. So a lot of stuff. And then here's CG's game-by-game breakdown. This thing is glorious. 8,000 plus words yesterday. Who loves you? All right, see you on the inside, my friends. Use promo code 10OFF. Get this for $19.99. You also get, $20 to use at fantasycruncher.com. And you get that every single month because we're partnered with them. All right, check back in. We got another, I think, 11 videos this week, so it's going to be busy. I got to go record more. Later.